When we audit a brand's digital presence, we often find a cast of recurring characters, names like QuickShip USA or Electronics Gallo 42. These are sellers with no storefront, no authorized dealer agreement, and yet they possess a deep inventory of your newest products. I was going through Reddit threads while researching for scenarios brands encounter such resellers. The results were shocking. I found resellers sharing hacks like you can skip a map on weekends to playing it dumb when you receive a warning and many more. These are unauthorized or ghost sellers. They operate in the gray market, a space where legitimate products are sold through unauthorized channels. The fundamental question for many brand managers isn't just how they're pricing your items so low, but where they're getting them. Today, we examine mechanics of supply chain leakage and the forensic tools used to stop it. Inventory doesn't manifest out of thin air. In most cases, a ghost seller is the final stop in a process called diversion. Our data shows 3 primary points of leakage. 1. Wholesale arbitrage. An authorized distributor seeking to hit a quarterly volume bonus offloads excess inventory to a liquidator or an unauthorized online reseller at a razor-thin markup. 2. Territorial overflow. Product intended for an international market where the MSRP is low is re-imported back into domestic market to undercut local retailers. 3. The failed retailer. A struggling physical store sells its remaining stock to a third-party marketplace seller just to recoup cash, bypassing your no online resale clauses. As Michael Murphy noted in my podcast episode on Digital Shelf Insider, you can find it in the show notes below. If you don't know who a seller is and where they source inventory, your pricing policy won't work. Without visibility into these leaks, your MAP policy is merely a suggestion to those who have no intention of following it. The primary challenge with unauthorized sellers is legal. If a seller has never signed your dealer agreement, they are technically not bound by your MAP policy. In many jurisdictions, the first sale doctrine allows anyone who legally buys a product to resell it. This is where brands get stuck. You cannot enforce a contract on someone who didn't sign it. Therefore, the strategy must shift from pricing enforcement to supply chain hygiene. You don't stop a gross seller by asking them to raise their price. You stop them by cutting off their oxygen, which is the inventory. Now, how do we identify the source of the leak? We move from monitoring to forensics using 2 ways. Number 1, the blind buy. The brand or a third-party service purchases the product directly from the unauthorized seller. This isn't for the product itself, it's for the data. We analyze the packaging, the shipping origin, and most importantly, the serial number. Number 2, serialized tracking. By implementing unit-level serialization, you can trace a single box found in a ghost warehouse back to the exact distributor or retailer who originally purchased it from you. When you present a distributor with evidence that their specific units are being used to undercut your premium partners, the conversation changes. It's no longer about market forces, it's about breach of your distribution agreement. Reclaiming your brand requires an authorization layer. You must exactly define who is allowed to sell online, on which platforms, and under what specific legal identities. If you can't trace the unit, you can't protect the price. But tracing leaks is just step 1. Catching and stopping violations at scale demands more. That's why Metriska steps in as your digital police force. In our next video, we'll dive into the real-time surveillance, automated alerts, and enforcement workflows that turn supply chain hygiene into a competitive edge, ensuring ghost sellers can't hide. Thank you.